Hi guys, this is my forum thread, the uni one. You've probably seen it. Started by getting loads of images together of the dinosaur. The thing about this one is there's loads of different species within the family and they all look slightly different. This one's got horns and slightly different shaped skulls, but they've all got the general same sort of body type. So I sort of just, I didn't like base it on one, I kind of like took parts from each one and then, yeah, here's a size comparison with a person, which I didn't really follow at all. My dinosaur's way bigger than a normal person, or that scale anyway. Looking at anatomy, some skull stuff, skeleton. This helped a lot with sculpting in ZBrush. Mainly getting the masses down in the legs and sort of just seeing how the rib cage went, things like that, and the muscles on the top of the back. Started to look at skin texture, seeing how I was going to fill out the dinosaur, make it a bit interesting. And then I looked at existing examples from that documentary. These are ridiculously high poly though, so I'm assuming that's why they're so clear, the textures. Then I looked at existing models of my dinosaur in games before, and how people have done it, sort of looked at their topology and stuff. And then I started looking at colours and how I was going to paint the dinosaur. Modelling was done through standard poly modelling, just edge extrusion, that's how I tend to model. Base mesh done. The horns and the eyes are separate. Into ZBrush, started sculpting, just getting in the muscle masses, then some wrinkle detail. Then I made my own alpha, and then printed it, and then I dumped it on CG Society and Game Artisans and Polycount. And yeah, got some criticisms. Someone was actually kind enough to do a paint over for me, which was really helpful. Basically, the weight balance was off. It was too heavy on the front, so I've made the tail longer and just sort of shifted the weight onto the back, similar to how the arms go to the front, and then just defined the points on the back a bit more. So that was before and after, and I think it looked a lot better, a lot more natural. And then this the finished sculpt, and then first paint over, and then the second, and I was going for, I don't know where it's going to be now. Well, I found some pictures of a lizard anyway that coincidentally had exactly the same colours as my dinosaur, so I used that as a reference. And then, yeah, Darth Wilson is a graduate from here. He really helped me quite a lot actually. This is just a test, just to, you know, see how it'll go. And that's with it, normal map on an engine. Then a retop, and then, yeah, just testing it, just to making sure it was okay and the pivot was off, and then I reset that. And yeah, this is my final one wrap and my maps. And then I put it in engine again, and then it went all weird. I can't remember why or what happened, but I managed to fix it. That's in max. Just checking the eye specular looked good and quite real. And then I was having trouble importing it as a skeletal mesh, and that just turned out to be, had Service Pack 2 installed, and you know, it wasn't playing ball. Here's my idol. I'll put the link for it in a notepad in the end. Here's the errors I was getting when I was trying to export it as an FBX. I ended up reinstalling Max just with Service Pack 1 and both hotfixes. That's the run and in. Yeah, and then I spent a good a good few hours trying to sort out the physics. And then, yeah, that's it. That's that. Okay, so I got everything in engine working okay, and after a lot of playing around, a bit of help from Greg, that's how it goes, which I think is fairly natural, I guess. Anyway, I actually got a few animations in. I did a charge and a creep. So here's creep, which is pretty cool, and then I got the idle animation. Tried to make it quite subtle but still interesting at the same time, and it's quite a long loop, so he doesn't do those things too often. Charge as if he was like running towards you, and then I'll just show you what that looks like. And physics work fine when they die. Just show you in comparison to a player. And I'll just go over here, so if I can get one to run towards me, you'll be able to see how it looks when it runs, if you'll do it. There you go. I think that looks pretty cool. But yeah, so that's that working. I thought I'd show you a working version of my map quickly. Whoops. So here's my character, and there's the AI spawning. I'll go get in the car, and yeah. But everything works how you'd expect it. They all die and physics and stuff. So that's that. With regards to comparisons and criticisms, well, all my critique came off the 3 game forums, and I already spoke about that, like what people told me to change and stuff. But regarding people at the uni, this is Medina's. As you know, she's like usually pretty awesome, but this one was a bit, well, weak, I guess, by her standards anyway. It's still really good though, so nothing to be disappointed about. I don't understand how she gets that unwrapped so uniform and clean. It's ridiculous, always. Her texture work is always amazing, and it looks more diverse than mine, but her sculpt could do with a bit of work actually. It doesn't really have that much definition and detail. Her rigging went okay. Looks like she made it too small. It happened to, like, I think his name's Constantine, happened to him as well. I think they use Maya, I'm not sure, so it might be something to do with that, but that's just speculation. What else is there? Yeah, there's this guy's. I thought it was pretty good, probably like the most similar to mine, I guess. His sculpt was, yeah, really nice. His normal map came out really good. His texture work is pretty cool. It looks fitting. I wanted to do something a bit more interesting with mine, but I don't know if it really worked too well. Yeah, his was good. Yeah, rigging problems. Yeah, he had some problems with his physics as well, but he got it working, so it's all good. So who else have I got up? Ren's. Ren always does loads of work. His research, he does more research than anyone else on the forum I see. It just goes on and on and on. His model turned out quite nicely as well. He made a pickup as well, which I thought was a really cool idea, and it fit with the whole sort of dinosaur that he did, which I thought was really cool. In regards to mine, things I could improve on are the normal map. I think I could get some like really gnarly detail in there if I tried. It looks okay at the moment. Put in one of those realistic eyes, V880's eyes. I've been looking at that for my FYP as well. Improve the texture. I mean, it's not too bad, but sort of get some scale definition in there. I tried to do it like here and stuff, but I just think it could be a lot sharper and tighter, especially because these are 2048 maps. The anims aren't too bad. I did that creep, and whoops, I'd like to see how I could use Kismet or whatever to try and blend. So he went from like an idle to a creep to a run. What else would I do? Nothing really, that's about it. I managed to make the installer. I put it on the poly count, and then Darth Wilson got back to me and said that I didn't include the U file, so I'm going to have to change that before I submit. And this is just it in the foliage map, just some beauty shots. And that's about it really, that's all I can think of. So yeah, thanks for watching.